Hello. Welcome, gamers. My voice sounds weird. What the frick? Have you noticed that my voice sounds bad? Why is that? What's going on? Also my VTuber model is not moving for some reason. What if I restarted it? What if I turn it off and back on again? There it is. That's a classic solution. Just turn it off, turn it back on. Anyway, this is today's art. It is some kind of chef. There wasn't really a reason for this. I don't know, I just felt like drawing it. Anyway, welcome to welcome Stream Elements, welcome Slime Molder, welcome Duck, and Old Man Diabetes, and Tag Barrel, and Lunatic Lurker, and JD. That's everyone. Okay, we're just gonna do the same stuff we always do. We're always doing this. Good old Game Boy picross development. Welcome, Zoe. Just doing the same stuff, guys. Anyone else always doing the same stuff? Every week, you're just like, oh, it's Friday. I got to do this thing. Saturday is time to do this thing. I did play Overcooked once. True. That was a collab stream. I remember that. I was there for that. Same as always. I'm always doing that stuff. It's always the same with this guy. Wolfie Wolfington. Oh yeah, peak. I did a solo peak yesterday, and I actually succeeded. I posted it on the Discord, but I did win. I was like, holy frick, it's really happening. I've actually won for real, for real. Welcome back, Usley. For real, for real. This one right here, look at that. Oh my god, look at those achievements. Lone Wolf badge. Survivalist badge. No unconsciousness. Solo expedition. Do your PC always have a fancy hostname? What do you mean? Yes, it did. But it usually doesn't show up because I'm in Tmux when I'm using fish. Anyway, speaking of the same stuff, what was this referring to? This is an Aikatsu reference. This is the team unit combination of the classic trio, the three of them. They're right there, the three of these, that's Solo. I've gotten used to naming things just like what the system is instead of like finding cool names, because I always forget which one is which. I used to name my Macs something else, and then I was like, I don't remember which one of these is which. So now my Mac hostname is just Mac Mini 2024. I probably should have just named this one PC or whatever. Welcome, Royal. Anyway, yeah, speaking of peak, I delayed my stream tomorrow because there was a community peak thing on Vacuously's Discord, but she's not even gonna be there, so I delayed my stream for no reason. But I will still participate, so it should be fun, hopefully. I wanted to pick up cool names sometime soon. Currently mine are Zully PC and Zully Laptop. What if you named it Computer? Because I know. I can't believe it though. Delayed my stream. It should be cool though. Should be fun. I'm gonna open up Altogether, because that's what I do. Could have experienced. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's unbelievable. I mean, you did say if the game went on longer, you might be able to join, but I don't know. That might be after I had like start my stream. So I don't know. Did my computer crash again? Holy frick. I think it did crash. I might have to restart again. I guess I will. I guess I will have to restart my computer. Can't believe this. Will I catch the end of it? I hope so. You can get credit for winning. Okay, it has restarted. We have to wait several seconds. It's always doing this. It's always doing this stuff, man. Is anyone gonna buy the new GameCube? The new Valve computer thing? Is it a real Wolfie stream where the computer doesn't crash? Yeah, no. Sometimes it doesn't. I was thinking of this recently. It's kind of like pre-warming your computer. Kind of like, you know how you have to like preheat an oven for like 30 minutes? It's like if I have to do anything on my PC, I have to be like aware of it 30 minutes in advance. Or like 20 minutes in advance. Because like if I start like a game, it might restart for some reason. But yeah, that's just how it is. This is not normal. I mean, it's normal for me, okay? It happens. Just a thing that happens. Yeah, pre-crashing. It's like after like 20 minutes, it stops happening. I forgot to turn on my computer 20 minutes in advance today. It was like 4:50 something, and I was like, oh frick, I didn't turn on my computer yet. So then it crashed, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, what was I doing? I was loading up this. It might restart again. That's just how it goes. I don't know what causes it. What if when the new Valve thing comes out, I just buy one of those and then it just works? Would that be cool? They didn't even say like how much it would cost, so I don't know. It's like one of those old cars, exactly. If there's anyone who knows, I am the one who knows. Anyway, look at this. It's me. That's me right there. Next to no one. That's right, no one else was even there. It was only me. I feel like it's a bit weird that they put you on the left side. I feel like if you're the only one there, they should like have you in the middle, right? Wouldn't that make sense for it to be centered? I don't know, maybe not. That's me. Alright, let's start this lobby. Wolfie's lobby. This guy's out here. I should probably turn off my VPN in case I need to like check out anything on YouTube. I don't want to disconnect the lobby. Turn this off. I might need to recreate the lobby because sometimes it just doesn't work. You know, if you create the lobby and you're not on VPN and then like you're on VPN, it doesn't work. All right. Anyway, I don't know if they added anything new since last time. I don't think so. It's probably the same as usual. Okay, on, together, lobby. Manually unpinned. Alright, what's a good place to sit? What if I sat down? Up here. What if I went up here, guys? Anyone else going up there? Welcome, lots of butts. Yep. What the frick? It's lagging. It's really laggy for some reason. What? You see that? Something happened there. What is that? Okay, maybe did they break the game? Hold on. What the heck? That's concerning. That's a bit concerning. What if my computer's like about to die? Like what if the constant restarts have been a warning and I'm just like, oh, it's fine. And then like today is the day that it actually breaks. What if I replace it? Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting. I was like, this thing just doesn't work. Because I feel like I don't play that many like demanding games, right? I'm not playing like Apex or like, I don't know, what do people play? Anything of interest. I just play like low poly indie games that don't require good reaction times. It's like I feel like the GameCube would be a good fit for like my type of gaming. But I don't know. A full stable device is more important than a powerful computer. Exactly. Welcome, Stanley. I'm gonna sit here. If anyone wants to join, it's open. Fully stable. Your PC doesn't fulfill that requirement at the moment. I mean, it does if I give it time to warm up. Okay, like if I need to do anything and I just make sure I turn it on like 20 minutes in advance, then it's fine. if it's just like, hey, jump on this thing, or like if I had friends, they're just like, hey, play this game with me, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I have to like pre-warm my computer. Just give me 20 minutes. That never happens, right? Okay, let's what did I change last time? What are the updates? Git log. Let me check my logs. I will go reboot into Windows when I play League, so I can't talk. Yeah, but that's different though, because like when you reboot, you know that it's gonna like work. For me, when I turn on my computer, I don't know, like sometimes I have to wait 15 minutes. I have to report that the feature of minimizing the on-together bench like this doesn't work on Linux. Yeah, it also doesn't work if you play on Mac. People did suggest them to add windowed mode, but I don't know when they're actually going to do it. Welcome, Hamflow. It'll get to a point where you have to warm up the warm-up. Yeah, it's yeah, whatever. Okay, what was the last time I streamed this? Monday? I streamed this on Monday. Oh, I did a bunch of optimizations. Because I actually learned gameboy assembly because I was like, man, this rendering is really slow. And I don't have enough time to like optimize it because I don't know like how the interrupt handlers work. I started reading about gameboy assembly and I was like, man, I kind of want to rewrite this in assembly. It's probably not a good idea, so I probably won't do it. But it would give me full control over things, but I won't do it. But I also realized that there's no native multiplication. So if I do any multiplication that's not a power of 2, it just is not good. So then I looked in all the places where I was multiplying things by stuff that was not like 2 or 4 or 8. Found a few places and I removed some of them. And it was fine. I didn't really notice much of a difference, but surely it adds up. The GBA, no, that's a different thing. This is Z80 assembly, which is a totally different thing. Also, welcome, Props Not Jack, welcome, Last Tabaka. It's the same thing, but different. Yeah, there's no mult. But okay, let me run the game, guys. And I will show you some optimizations that I made. And you're like, Wolfie, this looks exactly the same. You're right. That's the point. It's the same but faster. So if you remember last time, when you switch between levels, you have to wait for the thing to render. I've actually implemented it so that I now buffer the inputs. Look at how much faster this is. You would have to wait for it to load, but now it's like while it's loading, you can still move the cursor. Look at this, it feels so much faster. If you compare it to last time, okay, what if I go back to last time, right? If I go back to the previous code that I had on Monday, is too fast? No, it's fine. Let's see, what did I do on Monday? Was this one? Okay, this was last time I streamed this was this. Also, welcome, Panis. If I reset to this and then I run it, you're gonna be like, Wolfie, that's so much slower. What the frick? How did you accomplish so much? Look at this. Move between screens. You have to wait. You have to wait so long. If you're pressing up, you can't move the cursor. You have to wait until it's fully loaded to move the cursor. Note how it lags, right? It stays on the previous, the top part of the screen. Because we're not buffering the inputs. It's like when it's loading and you press up or down, it doesn't apply. It has to wait for it to render. And then if you actually look at the current code, You can actually move while it's loading. And I think that's cool. Check this out. Whoa, you can move while it's loading? That's crazy. That's new technology. Never before seen technology. Yeah, picross speedrunners. I also noticed that without the border, this thing kind of looks like an anime face. Do you see it, guys? Doesn't this kind of look like an eyeball? This looks like part of the hair. Like the center part of a hair. And then this is like a mouth. And this is like the side hair. Right? Doesn't it look like an anime character? Instead, and then when you focus, you're like, oh, that's actually a sheep. It's crazy. I see it. Do you actually, though? Like, if I were to draw it. What the heck? Firefox software updater? Do you not see it? Do people not see this? I see it. How do you screenshot to your clipboard on Windows? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that you can do on Windows? Wasn't it just like print screen? It's the print screen button if I just did this. Oh, what the heck? So that should just copy through clipboard, right? Can't be good. Okay. But if I go into the regular paint, the real paint. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. Wait, why is this open multiple times? We have multiple emulators are open at the same time. Because I didn't close it. Because I didn't close it, guys. Can't even believe this. Oh, okay, look at it. Guys, look at this. No one has clarified that they see it. You don't even understand my vision. Might need to use the snipping tool to snag the image window. This thing. Okay, so that copies. Okay, I see. It used to be so different. You used to be able to just like, whatever, press the button. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about, guys. It looks right. It looks like an anime. So if you had like a character whose hair was like this, it's like this, and then there's like hair that goes down like this, and then they had eyes, and then this is like, right? It's literally anime. It's literally anime. Welcome, Rusk. It looks exactly, and then they're like, they have like sparkles in their eyes. You see it, right? You see the vision? It wasn't even intentional. I only see it in peripheral vision. No, but it's real. Okay, so then if the rest of the face was here, there's like the eyes are here. I miss this version of Paint. You can go on jspaint.app and you can use it for real. Right? This is totally real. Not even intended. You cropped it like this. You cropped this off. Or actually, you cropped this. That's the sheep right there. And of course the hair is also black. Because that's how it works, right? Anyway. That's just something I noticed. And now you can see it too. Now you can't unsee it. Anyway, optimization. And then if we check out the actual puzzle solution, wouldn't it be funny if I forgot to remove this in the real game? Pressing enter will just solve the whole puzzle for you. If I just forgot. Literally could not even forget. Okay, so I guess today I will work on some more puzzles. Need some ideas for things that I could add. Speedruns become how fast you can mash enter. True. No, but you're playing it on real hardware. It can't be enter. It has to be the start button. For real. Okay, so last time I streamed this, we added rooster, we added cow, we added mimic, we added treasure chest, we added what else did I add? Snail. Added a snail. Do you have a goal for how many puzzles you want? I don't know. I can fit 255, so as much as possible. It should ideally be a multiple of 15 so that I don't have like empty pages, right? It would be kind of weird for it to be like, you know, 3 on one page and then like the rest of it is empty. So ideally, a multiple of 15. I would hope to have more than 100. Maybe like at least 150. That'd be kind of nice. It'll take a while, but I think it would be good. Welcome BrainZap. Can fit so many puzzles. Okay, so someone suggested adding some Peak theme puzzles to the game. And I do have some items that are already in Peak. Mushrooms, those are in Peak. Mountain, this is in Peak, although I originally added this because of Vacuous Sugar Quest, but in both games you do climb mountains, so this can fit for both. And then I also have Crab. Crab is a cosmetic in Peak, as we all know. That is also in the game. I wish there was a way to like search through the tags. Is that possible? It's advanced mode. Because I have so many now, and they're all like overlapping. People probably didn't intend for you to use Sprite this way, but that's just how I ended up using it. I don't know. I have a crab in here somewhere. Does anyone see it? Here it is. Crab. Look at that crab. That's a crab if I've ever seen one. Corgi. I already have dog though. How can you have multiple dogs? That's impossible. Corgis aren't in Peak. Okay, what is an item from Peak that would be good? Oh, what about like a coconut? Although, I feel it'd be kind of hard to represent that it is a coconut, right? Like a coconut that's open in half, perhaps. But then it's kind of just like, is this not just an obscure shape? No. Okay, well, what if we look up Peak items? Items in Peak. Airline food, what's the deal? Welcome, Good Cat Gaming. Rope. Balloon. Oh, balloon. Balloon would be nice. We could have 3 balloons. That is a standard number of balloons. Everyone loves having 3 balloons. You could add the 3 dots for holes, but it would look like a bowling ball. Exactly. Can of beans. Does Peak have a can of beans? I don't think so. I don't think it does. Alright, here's a balloon. Guys, balloon. And then we have... Balloon's gotta have like a thing on the bottom. Well, it also kind of looks like something else. How do you draw 3 balloons? Okay, so it's like this. There's 3 balloons, and then like it doesn't look like it. It looks like a flower. Certainly a balloon. Okay, what if we don't add a balloon? What if we add a basketball? Basketball would be good. But that's kind of boring though. It's just like a ball. Although it does have the lines through it, which makes it a bit more interesting. Here, what if I am balling? Literally balling? Okay, and then, wait. You could have this, the outline could be this color. A canvas. In what way? Oh, like in Passepartout. Passepartout. 3 balloons makes me think of Mario Kart. Oh, that Mario. He's always out there. Always karting. Alright, so basketball. The basketball could have a 2 pixel outline, just to make it a bit more solvable. Although this kind of looks like pillow shading. I could make this outline black as well. You know, let's do that. Let's do that. But would that be too easy though? I feel like a lot of times when picross puzzles have like this kind of like shape that keeps going like this and this and this and this, it's sometimes a bit boring. Mario's terrible at Monster Hunter. Has he ever hunted anything? Alright, so a basketball. It's gotta have a line that goes across like this, and then another line that goes down. He keeps karting. That's... See, I feel like if I played Monster Hunter, I would understand. But I don't. So that makes no sense to me, unfortunately. But I'm sure the other Monster Hunter players that are in the chat right now can appreciate it. They're like, oh shoot, I get it. That I understood that one. But unfortunately, it's not me. I just don't get it. Does anyone understand? Does this look enough like a basketball? I don't know if it does. What if we made this line thicker? If you became a chef, would you grow out a mustache? Probably not. Would you? Is anyone here a chef? Any professional chefs? I guess it doesn't have to be professional. Any regular chefs in the chat right now? Is this enough of a basketball? Basketball. It doesn't really look like a basketball. It's hard. It's hard. What about a beehive? What about a lollipop? If you became a chef, would you keep a rat under your hat? I feel like in the real world, that would be kind of unsanitary. I feel like unlike the movie Ratatouille, people would not appreciate it. I worked at McDonald's for a few years. Does this count? I would say it counts. You are preparing food in a professional setting. Now, whether that food is pre-prepared and you're just heating it up, that's fine. Chefs are always doing that stuff. But for an angled basketball, it's quite different. Yeah, but because otherwise it'd be like symmetrical and boring. I don't know. I just don't know. What if it was like this? Also, I don't think I welcome Alk Chakar. Welcome. Anyone can cook. Has anyone cooked recently? Is anyone cooking right now? In a literal sense, not in the metaphorical sense. Not like let him cook, but like really cooking. For real, for real. For real cooking. For real. There, this kind of looks more like a basketball, right? Sort of. No, it doesn't. My oven is preheating for a frozen pizza. That's crazy. A nice katsu curry. My limited kitchen. Do you like make the curry? Do you like use one of those pre-packaged curry things, or do you make the curry yourself? Cooked a couple days ago. What's the last thing you cooked? I've never really cooked. The extent of cooking that I've done is that I have heated things up. I've boiled water. I have microwaved things. I've heated separate things up and combined them. That's a thing, right? That's the thing that exists. The sauce I cheat and use S&B curry mix. I don't think I could make it better than they do. I would assume so. I feel like, well, to make like curry from scratch, you probably need like a bunch of different spices. A lot of different ingredients go into it. Does anyone make the curry from scratch? Probably. I mean, for Indian churro, you don't even know how you do it for Japanese curry. That is true. I don't even know what's in Japanese curry, to be honest. Oh, what if I added a banana? It could be a thing. Banana peel. And then you could say my game has a peel. Get it, guys? Oh. I can make Indian curries from scratch is my go-to. What? I feel like of like curries, Indian curry is like probably my favorite. Especially if you have naan. But even without naan, if you got like some like rice, it's really good. This game is appeal. Yeah, that's my joke. That's literally my joke. Can't believe this. Alright, does this look like a peel? Is this appealing enough? It's gotta have like a thing over here. And then this, and then this. Any meal where I can make use of my rice cooker, it'll do it. Do you have one of those Zojirushi ones? Or one of those basic ones? Welcome Private Lexi, hello Raiders. What are you doing? Doc Lewis's Punch Out? I don't even know what that is. Is that like a fan game? Or like some kind of official real Punch Out game? I don't know. Hope you had a good stream. Oh, Punch Out Wii. I see. Blindfolded? What the? Have you practiced a lot? We're talking about curry. If you have a favorite type of curry, you say it in the chat right now. Let's see. Thai and Indian are basically tied for me. Get it? Tied? Thai curry is tied? Oh man. Japanese, unfortunately, is not quite as high in the tier list, but it's still good. I feel like because Thai curry usually has like coconut, and I'm not really a fan of coconut, I'm not as much of a fan of Thai curry. But, you know, it's probably good. It's probably good. No, I just raw dogged, it just reacted based on size. I guess they do have sound effects you can react to. It is true. My Zoji died a few years back. I'm using some cheapo bear one. They cost 50 pounds. Yeah, there's those that have like the spring on the bottom and then like it reacts to like something. That's the classic one. That's the one everyone should be aware of. Japanese curry is good. I love making my own. Wait, yeah, we were just talking about that. I feel like most people, they just get like the pre-prepared like blocks. And then they just heat it up. You're telling me you make the Japanese curry? Your own Japanese curry? Actually, referring to Thai and Indian curry is kind of reductive since there are many types of Thai or Indian. But I think it's a good like blanket term because like they're distinct enough that someone would know what you meant by it. Like I understood the intent. Genuinely, Punch-Out Wii is insanely well designed. You can actually play it blindfolded mostly. Yeah, has anyone else played games blindfolded? Any professional blindfold game players out there? I could never commit doing such a thing. I enjoy watching Punch-Out Wii. I feel like I've probably seen like one or two. No, yeah, Karagi played. I remember when Karagi played it. And she would do like, what, like 15 squats for every loss or something? And then she was doing them so fast. Everyone was like, how can you do squats so fast? And she's like, oh, I just do it. And then she found out she was doing it wrong the whole time. Because like people in the chat would do it at the same time. And she would just count so much faster than all of us. I was doing it. I was like, how can she go? How can she do this squats this quickly? But she lied. She just made it up. Like the sauce block is just the sauce, but you got all the add-ons. What do you put on it? Do you put like the potatoes? Do you put some people put apple. Remember that time Karagi put like chocolate in her curry and it tasted awful? I remember. Classic. Wolfie, when are you beating Dark Souls blindfolded? Never. I would simply not do it. That is a lot of effort. And I would rather not. Zoli has not had Japanese curry at all yet. Surely there's some Japanese curry restaurants near you, right? Maybe not near you, but in your city, probably. Or you could go to the store. You could buy the pre-made ones. Maybe. Play flavor profile. I used to play Pokemon blindfolded back when the Game Boy had no backlight and lights out as a kid. Yo, I remember when I played Pokemon on the Game Boy, and I either didn't know that Flash was a thing, or I just didn't feel like getting Flash, and I would just walk through the caves like pitch black. And like I did it though. I eventually made it to the end. And I thought that was cool. Nowadays though, I would not do that. Potatoes, carrots, peas, corn, chicken. That's good. Good stuff. The worm light. Playing Pokemon Gold on a car trip, having only the lights to the side. Exactly. Exactly. How can we ever trust Karagi? I don't know. So betrayed. The worm light. Luckily, Japanese curry is pretty easy to make. You just need the curry blocks. Yeah, but that's like 90% of the work. Are you really making the curry? I guess you are, still. I feel like this doesn't look enough like a banana. Does anyone agree? Can this be discerned as a banana, you think? Kind of, right? It kind of looks like a banana. Yeah, something about it. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is. I never knew about Flash for years until my friend showed me. Just raw dogging in the cave. It's like, it's such a waste to teach a Pokemon Flash though. That was me as a kid. I was like, I'm not wasting a move slot on this. Used to seeing it shouldn't have 3, but look at this thing. It's got 4. Then like, what is this? All right, banana peel pixel art. Let me just steal some of these. Oh, I could have a banana that's like this. First time seeing a 4-part banana, but what about this one? What about these ones? Look, all these have 4. This one has 3. Oh, this one looks nice. I think maybe the issue is that they're all like in front. Whereas if we had like 2 in front and then like 1 like in the back side, maybe. Possibly, I don't know. Let me try doing it like this. Wouldn't be surprised if 3 versus 4-part banana is because of the variety that went extinct. Maybe. I don't know. Bananas. There's literally bananas, guys. Okay, what if... I think also part of the issue is that I only have 15 pixels wide to work with. Like that other one ended up looking like way too tall. But I don't have enough space to like have it go out as much. Well, I could try. Alright, so let's see, if I had the peel like this, and then I just removed this. If I just didn't worry about line art initially. The 2-part banana, that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. Yeah, what if it was like this? And then it went down like this. And also like that. But then you also have a thing. We need the lines for this. Welcome to Yuko. But also this thing goes up like this. And you're like, this doesn't look enough like it. But soon, okay, soon. Once we add this thing, and then we add another thing in the back. We need a line to separate. Right? We need the outline across here. Maybe we move the whole thing up by 1. And then now we have a third thing in the back. Like from here. Maybe this should be this color. Oops. And then in the back you have one that's like this. No, wait a second. I think this part is going up too much. We simply lowered it so it was here. And then this thing also... No, I don't know about this, guys. It just doesn't look right. Something looks wrong about this. This thing should not be going up like this. It should instead be... No, that also doesn't work. Man, guys. What if this thing, we had like lighting? Maybe I'm just missing the lighting. But also the bottom here, we have like a segment. and goes up. Like this. That looks a little more like banana, right? Kind of. Sort of. It sort of looks a bit more like a banana. Now, what if this part was here? Welcome X-Tag. Looks like a banana to me. Thank you. We need the third one. Okay, bananas, they gotta have 3 of these things. 3 peels. 3 peels. What is this? Left 4 Dead? Am I right, guys? Welcome, Diego. Get it, guys. Peels. Peels here. That's a reference. Left 4 Dead. Welcome, Bunny Bell. Sword off on mine. I get it. Sword art on mine. But sword off. Is this enough of a banana? What if the other peel was on this side instead? Doesn't that look kind of like a banana? Maybe on the right peel it has some black stuff behind to show the tip of the peel. The right peel behind it. Like if it was here. Like this. What if it was like this? But that's like too much. That's simply too much. Unless it was like this. That kind of looks banana-like, right? In some ways. But I think, okay, maybe this part needs to be a bit more like... No. I think this part needs to be... Wait a second, guys. Wait a second. Does that look like a banana? Kind of. It kind of looks like a banana. It looks banana-ish to some extent. And what if this one was... No. That kind of looks like a banana, right? In some ways. Somewhat banana. What if this one? That number on pin could be this thing in hexadecimal. Yeah, but they didn't do that. They simply did not. Whatever, it's good enough, right? You could see, I mean, it kind of also doesn't look like a banana though. Like this. Why is this so hard to do pixel art? Why did they invent pixel art? Oh, maybe I'm missing this. Maybe, oh, maybe adding this is good. Because now you're like, oh shoot, that's the this thing, right? That's this thing. Welcome, Neo Antoine. Banana. That's it. That's the banana. Wait a second. Adding this part that curls up is the good thing to add, perhaps. Welcome, Nico. Yeah, what if it was like this? What kind of game? It is a picross game for the Game Boy. For the real Game Boy. You can play this on a real Game Boy. It looks like this. You can solve puzzles. You could also press enter to debug the puzzle solution. But check it out as a snowman. Black works best behind the peel. I feel like I need like something here to be able to tell. I guess this also works. You know, I mean, you could kind of tell from this as well that it's a banana. Maybe, what if this went up like this and then, oh, let's see if this is solvable. It should be. This is a 15 by 15 pulse. Okay, well, that's a different image. What the frick? Oh, wait, did I not save the other one? I did not save it. Okay, so it's not solvable. There's too many things on this side. Or I guess too few things. Welcome, Orfish. What if it was like this? What's missing? What if we had another pixel here? Anywhere, literally anywhere, please, anywhere. It would have a problem. It does. It does unfortunately have a problem with all the 1x1s. Oh no. I was thinking, what if it was like you add the outlines on this side? What if you extend the outline? You had one here. Could have, no, can't believe this. What if you had a bunch of dots in the middle? What if the entire outside was black? What if you had I don't know. Let's see. What if you just had an outline around the whole thing? Add some specs. Yeah, I tried that though. I think it doesn't really make it more easy. What if there wasn't those 1x1s at all? The background was light green, the peel is white, or vice versa. See, that's what I considered. I was like, what if it was like this? If you had an outline IRL, what would you want the color to be? I don't know, black? Would that not be the standard outline? Maybe. Okay, what if we filled this thing with this And no, that's not the right color yet, but what if this thing was like this? And then you filled this with that. What if the top of the peel was pointed left instead of right? That also does not help. I'll be choosing to be eternally toon shaded. But wouldn't that be the standard answer, though? It's 3 o'clock. Yes, it is time to hydrate. I was waiting for Twitch to say it was gonna run an ad. But it's so like inconsistent. Sometimes like I start my stream and then it starts the ad immediately. Sometimes I start my stream and then it's like 3 or 4 minutes in, then it's like we're gonna run an ad. And then the initial ad timing delays all the other ad timings. And then at the end of the stream it's like, hey, we're gonna run an ad, but you're literally rating someone. And then I have to like delay that ad. I don't know. Can't believe this. Some people would say it's 4 o'clock. I would say it's 6 o'clock for me. Alright, I'm gonna drink water, run an ad. Alright. Let's see. I mean something like this. This. I think I did try that. I think that was my initial attempt. And then I started adding the outline. No, that's not true. I did not start with this. Oops. Okay, like what if it was like this? And then the background would be this color. And then we fill this in, and then this stuff is that. But okay, but you're saying this is this. And this is this. But then what do we do with the colors? What about the other colors? But this is like, but then the background, you're saying in the background is this. But then like this would just be empty. And this one. Because like then the entire left side would be nothing. Let's see, it's kind of crazy how they keep finding bombs from World War II here. But since we finally have a phone-based warning system, you get a notification and actually know it's gonna blow up. Where is here? Like very close to you? Like you hear them like in your day-to-day life? That's crazy. Can't believe this. What if it was like this? What if it was simply like this, guys? The evacuation area covers a quarter of the city. What the frick? How often does that happen? Is that like all the time? It's like always happening. What about this? Well, but doesn't this... it kind of doesn't look like anything though. But what if we had an outline here? Welcome, Wed. What if it was like this? Like this. I mean, you could kind of tell that's a banana, right? Kind of. Every 1 or 2 months. That is pretty often. Well, this is solvable, but like... Like, is this banana like enough? What if I added like this? $17,000 people. Man, can't believe. War is truly never over. X image ultimately has nothing on the... Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, if I use these exact colors and there'd be only stuff on the right side. Which, like, maybe... Like maybe, but then like... I like to design these puzzles so that you can tell from this thing on its own, because like if you just see this, you're like, what the frick is this? Right? Like, what is this? I like to make it so that like the actual black and white version is still discernible, sort of, because that's the appeal of picross. You can look at it and be like, what do you think this is? Like if you saw this and you're like, that's a banana, you'd be like, no, that's not. This is a banana. Banana if it was in bad apple, perhaps. I mean, this could still be discernible somewhat. It's a banana. Other options have the left curl up and over even more. Like the evil masks. True. True. Bad banana. Whatever, maybe this is fine. Just a banana with an outline. What if the banana had this outline? Banana with outline. Is this solvable? Maybe if this is solvable, this could work. No, what the heck? Be bad banana like that Puerto Rican singer? Iron Mouse? Who? What? Wait, if I added two pixels on the bottom right here, that is solvable. This is solvable. I feel that this could be discernible as a banana. Banana peel, I mean. I only recently realized Bad Bunny and Bad Baby were two different. I don't even know who those people are. Bad Baby? What the heck? Bad Baby. I don't know them. What if it was like, what What if this thing? I don't know. I already dislike Bad Baby for spelling their name like that. Bad Baby. What about Good Baby? Can't believe this. I guess this works, right? Doesn't this kind of work? If we had it like this. That's banana-like. What is the last sandwich you made? I don't remember, actually. I actually do not recall the last sandwich. What's the best sandwich in New York? Would you... I guess... Okay, so... Okay, obviously a quesadilla is not a sandwich. For some reason I was thinking of a quesadilla that is not a sandwich. The best sandwich... I would have to think... banh mi is pretty good. Banh mi is a good sandwich. Quesadilla is kind of a sandwich. Yeah, but it's like a different category. Banh mi is good. There's several places with good banh mi. I think there's like St. Mark's Market sandwich. Is this still exist? This is not it. This is not it. Is this the website I'm looking for? Menu. Okay, where's the sandwich? You should type NYC. What do you mean? Is there another St. Mark's Market? It's not in New York. Probably. Sandwich. Chicken cut. They don't have images. They don't have images. What the frick? Allow it to access your location? No. $99.99. Whatever. They have some good sandwiches here. They got the turkey club sandwich. Wonder if I can find like best NYC sandwich. I feel like a lot of people would be like, oh, you gotta go to Cat's Deli. They got the pastrami. Whatever. I don't care about that. That stuff is for tourists, man. Best sandwiches in New York City. These ones. Have you had a chopped cheese the Aki way? I have not. I have not had it. Wouldn't it be funny if I just said Subway? I was like, yeah, just go to Subway. Oh, that's the best sandwich. Yeah, Subway. Eat fresh. The 2-foot-high pastrami? I don't think so. Not a fan of sandwiches that have those huge thick breads. What, these ones? What are those prices on certain things on the St. Mark's menu? Well, it's a deli, so it's probably like you buy them in bulk or whatever. You're buying like an entire slab of ham or something. What was $99.99? Dogfish head? What the frick is that? Why is there medicine? It's just a deli. They sell like random stuff. And sanitizer's free. Wait, this is not real. I listened to a podcast by the guy who runs Mission Sandwich Social. He hangs out with Guga, the shark VTuber who graduated. Guga? Who's that? Is that the guy who makes videos of him like doing experiments on meat products? The steak guy? I feel like I've probably seen some of his videos. He like injects like steak with cheese or whatever sometimes. He just does things. Lifetime supply of eye drops. That's the new Apple product, eye drops. What the? Banana peel. He used to sous vide everything, now he does weird meat experiments. Man. What has become of society that they're forced to do weird meat experiments? It's crazy. Well, in an hour and 50 minutes we have added a banana. So that's cool. Banana peel. We already have mushroom. Bugle feels like it'd be kind of hard to add. I already have fried egg. Milk. We have the checkpoint flag. I feel like I don't know if I do. I think I did try to add a flag at some point. Did not actually get around to doing it. Is that the Duolingo owl? No, that is Bing Bong. He's the mascot. He always does a side dish for his experiment videos with the reasonable cooking techniques. You can't be doing reasonable stuff. Everyone's there for the crazy, crazy stuff. What about a pepper? Can we add a pepper? Yes, I do have a mountain. Parasol. No, I already have an umbrella. That's one of the 5x5s. Look at that. That's a high quality umbrella right there. I feel almost too socially conscious to get a chopped cheese in New York, but I do want to see the ones in New York considerably better than anywhere else. I've actually never had a chopped cheese. You ever seen Fujisan? Yes, on the Shinkansen. You can also see Mount Fuji pretty clearly from Enoshima. It's like a bridge that you can cross, and it's like, whoa, look at that! Everyone stopped to take a photo. Hard to beat a bacon, egg, and cheese. True, that's a classic. But I feel like I can't think of like a really, really good bacon, egg, and cheese. It's always just like, yeah, it was pretty good. But never like, oh man, I gotta recommend this to people. To dozens upon dozens. Actually, I wonder if I search my Google Photos for like sandwich. Can I find sandwiches that I've eaten, and then I can be like, oh yeah, this sandwich. I'm gonna do it right now. Let me search for sandwich. Let's see, do any of these sandwiches seem really good to me? It's a lot of photos of sandwiches. Let's see. Oh, falafel sandwich. Falafel sandwiches are pretty good. Maybe I wouldn't say it's like the best sandwich. But I can show you this photo. This photo of a falafel sandwich that I've had. Let's see, I've had 8 out of 10 bacon, egg, and cheese, but maybe never 10 out of 10. Yeah, like 10 out of 10, that's like pretty high. Do you get the guy on your YouTube shorts who does really empathetic retellings of Japanese history and legends? I do not. That's a falafel sandwich from Nish Nush. It's pretty good. It has, it's got eggplant. I feel like this sandwich is what made me like eggplant. Before I was kind of just neutral, but then like, it was really good in this sandwich. And now I'm like, eggplant, that's pretty good. Good thing it's not full awful. I get it. That's a good one. YouTube.com/Kyotaco. I have not seen that channel, no. I'm looking for other sandwiches that I've had. Other sandwiches. This one's pretty good. This one specifically, this one's pretty good. It's got like, that's like turkey, I think. I don't know. Chicken, that might be chicken. Welcome to Edmonton. The bread is good. This is good bread. Yeah, the bread is nice. Yeah, focaccia bread. I think they called it like pizza. It might have been like pizza focaccia or something. I don't know why they call it pizza. Pizza bread does not look like this. Pizza dough. Other sandwiches that I've had. I'm scrolling through my list. Oh, this is a better photo of the same sandwich. It's not the exact same sandwich, but it was the same order at a different time. You can see a bit more what's in it. Look at that. That looks pretty good, right? And then other sandwiches. This is now a sandwich stream. Sandwiches. The best sandwich. Good sandwiches. Photos of good sandwich. Welcome, Meow Hong. Who is that really cool chef hanging out next to Wolfie? I don't even know. Do we have a sandwich in the game? I don't think so. Oh, this was a pretty good chicken banh mi that I got at work one time. And then I brought this into the meeting room because it was like a meeting that took place like during lunch or like very close to lunch. And then we had 2 people ask me like, where'd you get that sandwich? Holy frick. And then I was like, oh, I went to this place. And they're like, well, I gotta check that out. And then next time they got it, and they're like, that was a good sandwich. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know good places. That looks good, right? It looks pretty good. That's an ideal sandwich bread. Banh mi usually has pretty good bread. Yeah, it's like not that thick as well. It's good. Would recommend. This one was from what is that place called? It's confusingly named Thai Sun, which you might think is like a Thai restaurant, but actually it's a Vietnamese restaurant. That's right, it's not Thai food. I don't know if the word Thai means something in Vietnamese, or if I don't know, but it's good. It's pretty good. And then what? Other sandwiches. Scrolling through my sandwich photo collection. A lot of photos of banh mi. I feel like I ordered the same stuff like all the time. A lot of photos of the same sandwiches, variations of the ones I've already shown. What about this one? That's the same sandwich. What about what is this one? What are these photos? You can't even see the photos there. Okay, what about I have some photos of sandwiches from Japan. That's not the same. I don't know. None of the other photos look as good to me. What about this one? Here is a sandwich from an Italian place. Thai in Vietnamese means pregnant. What the? Yeah, this is a sandwich. This is a sandwich from a place that sells really huge sandwiches. You would order them and this would be like 3 meals. Maybe like 2 meals. It is a lot of like cheese though. Pregnant son. Well, son probably means something else as well. It probably doesn't literally mean son. What about some bad sandwiches? Can I post like, can I find some sandwiches that don't look appealing? And you could be like, wow, that looks awful. Have I ever had a truly awful sandwich? That's the question. Oh, this is a better photo of the falafel sandwich. It's grand. No, but like photos of food that I've had. This is the falafel sandwich with better distribution of ingredients. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of stuff. I looked up some pics from Mission Sandwich and they were huge sandwiches. They look really nice. Mission Sandwich. Mission Sandwich. It does look pretty good. Cold. Cheese sandwich with unmelted cheese. It's pretty hard to have an awful sandwich. I've probably had some awful sandwiches before. But of the photos that I've taken, none of these look truly awful. They were kind of just like, okay. Anyway, that's probably enough of a detour. But what about this photo? This photo is not really a sandwich, but it is the quesadilla that I was talking about. Doesn't that look really good? Every time I'm in the area, I always go to this place and I get the quesadilla. They also sell California burritos. Sometimes I get those. It's good. This is Dorado. It's a restaurant called Dorado. What's your favorite bagel? I feel like I've never actually had like the best bagel that people suggest, which is like Lox bagel. It's got like salmon. I've only ever had just like a regular cream cheese bagel. So I don't know. None of them were really like, whoa, this is like the best bagel. I just don't know. What about this? This one I think was an eggplant parm, possibly. Or chicken parm. This one. It's pretty good as well. I remember reading about fat sandwiches from a Jersey friend on Twitter. I know, it's the same person. You're thinking of Bitmap, right? The same guy. So welcome Classic Carabel. I think regular cream cheese by itself is the best. Yeah, but I've never had the Lox. Like, what if the Lox makes it so much better? I dislike when the bagel has a fruit spread. I have never seen that. What bagel? Had a rainbow Lox bagel a few months ago. Was it like the bagel itself was a rainbow? I don't see the appeal of it. Isn't that just like a bunch of like artificial coloring made to look nice in Instagram photos? Does it taste any different from like a regular thing? It's because people in New York know what they're doing. Well, not all. English muffins. I don't remember the last time I've had one of those. Anyway, this is now a stream where I show you pictures of food that I've taken. And you can all go like, whoa, that looks good. Whoa, that looks pretty good. Wow, Wolfie, you sure do know some good places for food. And then I go, yep, that is true. So true. But it is a lot of the same food, though. I don't really go to too many different places. Kind of just the same thing over and over. Oh, whatever. That's enough. I've seen enough. Yeah, hide this image. The rainbow bagel is like natural things that make those colors. It makes it slightly sweet. But like when I eat a bagel, I don't want it to be sweet though. I feel that's just like not the appeal of a bagel for me. You can't do that when you live in the city that has good food. But does not every city have some good food somewhere? What's the most decadent food delivery you did? I feel like I've only ever really ordered pizza as my food delivery. I don't really order much else. Remember this. I had an awful sandwich a while ago from a deli. It was goat cheese and vegetables. Goat cheese and vegetable sandwich. I feel like goat cheese is too strong. I think there was like one time when I like ordered a pizza that had like goat cheese on it, and it was too much. I did not appreciate it. I did finish it because I did pay for it, but I was like, no, this is too strong. I hate goat cheese. It's one of the only foods I actively dislike. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It's just like, it's too strong. I might have made up natural. I'm looking up if it's actually true and haven't seen confirmation. Yeah, it's fake. Fake stuff. I got it for free. I was not expecting the goat cheese and I didn't finish it. That makes sense. Goat cheese. Goat cheese the rock. It's a reference to Bochi. Have you guys seen goat's butter? Who you gonna call goat's butter? I remember laughing at this so hard. Just a picture of like who you gonna call and then like this image. It's like, oh, that's so funny. Goat's butter. Yeah, I get it. It sounds like Ghostbusters, but it's like goat's butter. You're so funny. It's not even my joke. I'm just referencing something that I've seen. Like, me referencing this doesn't mean that I'm funny. Just that I know of things that can possibly be funny. You can't just spread it around like mozzarella. Yeah, it wasn't like, the pizza wasn't like full of goat cheese. It was kind of like it had like dollops of it on each slice. And I was like, no, it's still too much. Goat's butter. Guys, what's the deal? What's the deal with goat's butter? Like those pieces that have big chunks of mozzarella? Yeah, exactly. It's literally the same. What if instead of searching sandwich, I just search food? I just show you pictures of food that I've had. Wow, look at this food. So much food. What if I scroll all the way down? My oldest pictures of food. Welcome Cryptic Command. What's the deal? $5 for a bunch of candy. $5. Okay, I'm getting a lot of photos that I took in Japan. A lot of good food in Japan. Actually, most of these photos that are showing up are from Japan for some reason. Okay, we have some others. Oh, Hot Pot. I have some photos of Hot Pot. You ever feel like trying Rakugo? Like traditional Japanese comedy? What do you mean by trying it? Like telling the jokes? Telling those, doing it? I guess I've just never considered. But also, I don't think I would enjoy it. Oh, look at this really old photo from 2013. a very old 2013 photo of Mapo Tofu takeout. Really low quality photo taken from my iPod Touch, but it was pretty good. Apparently, Rainbow Bagel's creator was so successful it brought a history of tax evasion into light. He had to close down and retire. That's crazy. He evaded taxes for his Rainbow Bagels. Are you sure it's not too different from saying what's the deal? No, because like I feel like Rakugo is just like you're like reciting the same joke exactly as it was told, and that's the art of it, right? Saying what's the deal is like slightly different because it's the stuff that precedes it varies based on the topic. You're reciting the joke and performing it with personality. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe. I don't really know things. Does anyone even really know things nowadays? What was the last thing you all learned? Can I check my notes? What was the last thing I learned? Today I learned. Oh yeah, this was on stream. Today I learned blonde people have 150,000 hairs compared to the usual 100,000. That was on October 22nd. That's what I learned. I love streamers with unoriginal jokes because they're just like Rakugo. What's an example? What's the best unoriginal joke that you've ever heard from anyone? Do you have a daily note where you put all your random knowledge? No, I just have a tag called Today I Learned. And then when I learn something, I write it down. So that I can talk about it on stream. I remember Skyping on my PlayStation Portable Vita. They had Skype on that? The Vita had online access? I guess it probably did. Because I guess the DS had it. So it would make sense. Favorite unoriginal joke is that Silksong's full of bugs. Yeah, they worked on that game for 8 years and it's still full of bugs. They worked on that bug for... They ate that bug for years and it's still full of game. I like when I see the Studio Ghibli makes food look so good post. Oh, dude, that food. What if it wasn't even a photo of food? What if it was just this? If someone posted this with the caption, Studio Ghibli food looks so good. Wow. Wouldn't that be funny? Welcome to XenoFreaks256. Yes, I'm making a picross game. A real, for real picross game that you can play on a real Game Boy. I remember browsing the internet on my PSP when I was grounded from my computer. Played too much Diablo 2. What the? PSP? I never had a PSP, but I did know someone who had one. And he would always bring it to school, and he would always play Dynasty Warriors. And I was like, I don't understand the appeal of this game. You're kind of just doing the same thing over and over constantly. And he was like, I like it. And I was like, okay. But I didn't like it. My school banned PSPs because they thought people would look up porn on the web browser. I mean, they're not wrong, are they? Are people doing that? I saw a post recently about a Gunnar 3DS with a certain browser history. That's crazy. Wait, I think I saw the same one. It was about like someone said the Nintendo 3DS supported Flash for some reason. Or was it different? They would go on Newgrounds? Was that the one? I don't know. I remember seeing something similar. They were not wrong, probably not at school, but surely. Recently bought one of those Bluetooth controllers you can slot your phone into with emulators and the ability to remote into my PC. It's way more revolutionary. Yeah, actually they had that on the DS as well. If you had like a flash card on the DS, people had custom homebrew things that would connect to your your internet locally, and you could control your desktop using your DS. I thought that was like amazing at the time. I was like, well, I can lie down in bed and also like control my desktop. You can do it on Homebrew 3DS as well. Yeah, not surprising. Welcome, Metal Suck Cat Tack. Had classmates that put porn on their iPods, so they were probably not wrong about the PSP. Why would they do? I guess that maybe I don't want to know. Streaming games to my 3DS at 240p. Whoa, what the? Someone's actually joining. Okay, what if I worked on my game, guys? It's been an hour and 41 minutes, and I've only added this banana peel. Okay, what else do I add? Peak items. Things that are worth adding. Banana peel. Okay, what about a lollipop? I feel like we've had some puzzles that have had swirly things, and I think those make good puzzles. Because it's a lot of like ones that are isolated. It's like it's not too easy. It's not too hard. So we could have one that is simply could be like this. And then like this. And like that. I could also copy the lollipop from Kirby, because I know Kirby SNES has some of these. Is your cube a Gabe cube? No, it's not. Welcome, Ranmu. Did I do a shrimp yet? Yes. It's right before the fried rice. No, it's not a magnifying glass. I was thinking that it looks similar, but it's not. Okay, it's actually totally different. You can tell because it's gonna swirl around. Bam. Welcome, Infinite Zero. I had a part-time job in college, and I had a lot of downtime. I would download Let's Play videos off of YouTube, put them on the memory stick to watch. First thing I bought with my paycheck was a laptop. That's good. It's good to have things to watch. If I could recommend watching things, I would. Could watch this stream right now. Let's watch it on a PSP. Oh yeah, I guess he didn't say where he downloaded them to. Man, the times before people had smartphones, that was wild. I remember like when the DS first came out and you could have like PictoChat, I was like, that's crazy. You're telling me I can like collaborate drawing with random people? Wow. It was revolutionary. I would just like open it up at school in the cafeteria and no one would join because no one cared about PictoChat. But I cared. I was like, that's cool. I was about to ask. Yeah, no one joined. But I was like, one day, surely, someone will just happen to think, I'm going to open up PictoChat. But it did not happen. Street Pass. Yeah, Street Pass is gone. I downloaded SpongeBob onto my iPod now that I think about it. But I got in trouble. Do you pirate it? Or are they like, hey, stop all the downloading. Help computer, stop all the downloading. Remember that one? Classic. I feel like this does not look that good. What if I just looked up Kirby SNES Lollipop? The Invincible Candy. Watch anime in 3 parts. Oh yeah, I remember I had I would download anime onto my media player. I remember the days. MP3 player, but it was not really an MP3. You could have videos as well. The bottom of the Invincible Candy page has a bunch of sprites. But how was I supposed to know? Okay, what? It's so small. I guess it would make sense that it's so small. Okay, we'll zoom in. Zoom in. Kawan MP4 play. Yo, I'm glad you know, because that was literally the one that I had. I had the Kawan A2, I think. Kawan. I also had the Kawan X5. I had this one, and I also had this one. Now they both, I actually lost this one, I think, on a school trip. We were like on a train somewhere, and then like on the way back, I was like, I can't find it, and I just never found it. Oh, I also had a Kawan S9. Did I run Rockbox? I did not, but I was aware of it. This thing could run Flash. I actually, this was before smartphones was really a thing. I had this, and then I wrote my own Flash thing that could display the NYC subway map. And then I would just use that, because I didn't have like an internet plan or whatever. Why did you own every MP3 player that I owned? Because I understand. I had this was my first one. It kind of broke because of an unfortunate thing. You see how this headphone jack was here? I think it fell on a table like right at this connector, and then I think this part got pushed in, so like it would be at an angle. And then I could only hear audio from like either the left or right side unless I push this thing like the opposite way. And then like I was fine for a while, but then like after some time it just both sides stopped working. So then I had to stop using it. But yeah, this one was good. I lost it. This one, I think I still probably have it somewhere. But I think it was good. It had really good audio. An iRiver H10. That sounds familiar. Yeah, these were classics back in the day. If you were to see a fork in the road, would you take it or would you leave it stuck in the concrete? I would probably leave it there. Because why would I? It's really none of my business. TBH. Did you use mini disc at all? What's mini disc? What is that? No, this is not familiar to me. Didn't the GameCube have like mini disc? Isn't that like, is that the same thing? No, it's different. These come in like squares. I don't know. I didn't have this. I wish I remember what my first MP3 player was. It was before they decided that shape should be. So it was a tube smashed into a rounded triangle. I don't even know what that is. Anyone here use one of the Archos jukeboxes? It does not sound familiar. An iRiver. I might have also had an iRiver. I vaguely remember having something that was similar to an iPod, but like it wasn't. But I don't remember what brand it was. It had like a wheel on the front. Sorry, it was like this. It was like pretty small. It had like a little screen. It was not a Zune, but it had like something like this. But it was not an iPod. It was not a Zune. Was it a Kawan again? Kawan MP3 players. It might have been something else. I remember seeing this one as well. Oh, this is the D2, yeah. I didn't have this one, but it does look familiar to me. So iRiver IFP 895. This also seems vaguely familiar. And Kawan J3. Oh, I remember Kawan also had like a software on your desktop called like J Audio or something. What was it called? Jet Audio? Jet Audio. I would use that instead of Winamp. I don't think it was that good, but I mean, it was provided, so I used it. This also seems familiar. Kawan A3. Cow on what? The Cow on audio player. They still maintain Jet Audio. Anyone here actually using Jet Audio? Wait, this looks familiar. I've seen this. I've not used it, but I've seen it. Oh, was it this one? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. There's a bunch of... They're still making stuff. Pretty high quality hardware. Cow on A2. A U3. You see the one before the X5 where the player had no screen, but there was a screen on the remote. That does not sound familiar to me, no. What if I had a puzzle that was just like a music note? Everyone loves those. A 10 by 10 that was like just like this. Every once in a while I get the slight urge to buy a dedicated media player and relive those days. You could do it. You could literally do it right now. What if you did a classic Swiss cheese wedge? Maybe. Could consider doing such a thing. There, surely. I feel like every Picross game has a puzzle that's like a music note. Like this. That's 2/8 notes, whatever. It's whatever. It's a classic thing that everyone knows and loves. Music note. Just call it music note. What if it was this? No, it's gotta be this. Got a Fio a few years ago. What's that? Now it's 2/16 notes. I don't know. I'm just gonna call it music note. And then people can be like, nope, that is 2 music notes. That's actually 2 music notes. That's a different thing. What if I just called it music? New tag, music. And then it's gotta go with the other 10 by 10s. Why can't I move it? Why can't I relocate this? Okay. The other 10x10s are here. I'll put it after the burger. New tag, music. Appreciate that Rockbox has not changed the UI the last 20 years. Free music player firmware. I see. This sounds vaguely familiar. Wait, this looks kind of... Oh no, it was this. I had this one. This is the exact one I was talking about. The Sansa Fuse. Sansa MP3 player. I think I had like one of these, I think, as well. Maybe. Or at least it looks familiar to me. But I think it had like a screen. It wasn't like one of these basic ones. It had like, you could play video on it. Had an old one my mom used to own, that black one. Many of them are black. Was it this one? I think I had this exact one. What is this one called? Sansa Fuse? Wait, yeah, I think I had this one. This looks so familiar to me. It looks similar to the SanDisk one. This thing was like really thin. I was very impressed with it. Completely off topic, I want to buy my mom a proper personal laptop. Would you buy a Mac? Because those, what about a MacBook Air or whatever? I feel like those are pretty good for casual usage. Probably not, unless she wants one. Does she have a preference? She's like, frick, man, I hate Mac. Only give me a Windows. Get me Arch Linux. Son, if you were gonna get me a laptop, run Arch Linux on it. I still have a small Zune in good condition, but finding drivers was annoying. Yeah, I never had a Zune, but those were in fact quite popular. She works with Windows devices most of the time. My dad is on Manjaro. Bro, I'm literally on... What is it called, Fizz? Literally on Arch Linux right now. Check it out, guys. I'm literally... Whoa, guys. It's me on Arch Linux. It's crazy. And Mac OS confuses me. It's fine, you get used to it. No, I'm actually on Debian. I'm literally on FreeBSD. Is that that's the BSD logo? I'm literally on Fedora. I'm literally on. What are the different logos that FastFetch has? Windows. I also noticed on the Mac OS one, it says kook. It says kook. Is there one for Steam OS? Steam. That is just... That's just... Oh, it does have one for Steam. I guess if it doesn't exist, it just defaults to some other one. But yes, it does have Steam OS. What's an obscure one that they might have? Windows ASCII was pretty good. It's true. Yo, it's kook. Cool. Busy box. No, I don't think it has it. Alpine, I probably have Alpine. That's Alpine right there. Has shading, yeah, it's got things. It's got a variety of things. What about Nix OS? Yep, there it is. Ubuntu. X Ubuntu. GUIX. What the heck is that? What is that supposed to be? Is that like a deer? It's a minimalist GNU. List logos. Avoid vanilla. Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Twister T2 Tails Tile OS. Steam Deck. What is it? Steam Deck? Whoa, it's like half the Steam logo. Steam OS, Steam Deck Small, Sparky. A lot of operating systems I've never heard of. I was wondering if they had Puppy Linux. They do. Puppy Pika OS, OSX Small. Mac. They even have a TrueNAS. True. Give this man a true. Alpine 2. Amogus. There's an operating system called Amogus. Oh my god. It's real, guys. It's real. There's an Omog OS. I could probably be fine with Mac if I can make it do tiling. I think there are things that can do that, yes. Anyway, an ad is about to start. I'm going to drink some water. Alright, they're hydrated. Imagine watching ads. This guy's not even subscribed. He's pointed out the lack of ads. Now I've noticed he doesn't have the subscription. When was the last time I laughed? I think I actually started taking notes on this stuff. Let's see. Do I? Because I was like, I don't laugh that often. So like when I do, I should note it down. I forgot what I tagged it as though. Hashtag, what is it? Funny laugh. It's probably at a Northern Line stream. Check my tag for Northern Line. Laughed. Okay, I didn't tag laughed. I should though. I want to put hashtag laughed. Laughed at Northern Line talking about someone putting dog poop into his trash can and the idea of putting a mirror under the lid so that 1 of 10 people will realize this is what I've become. That was him. Yeah, that was him talking about how people would put dog poop in his trash can. And then he's like, I hate when people do this. I would love to just put a mirror on the underside of the lid. And then like most people would just be like, huh, that's kind of weird. But there's like 1 in 10 people will see their reflection and be like, what the frick? This is what's become of me. And then they'll hate themselves. For some reason, I thought that was really funny. Just don't have trash cans, but how do you put the trash though? And then I also had a follow-up where he talked about the fact that he can't put a 12-foot skeleton outside his yard that yells "you will die" at people because dogs will get scared of it. And taking it down is a lot of effort. He would rather leave it up until March or put a Santa hat on it. It was funnier in context. But that man is funny. That's literally the funniest guy to ever exist, in my opinion. It's not one the only thing that brings me joy. No. It's one of the things. And then the fact that he was on vacation this week was messed up. Because I had nothing to watch during lunch. I was like, man, what am I supposed to do now? He's not even streaming. I noticed I've been really giggly recently. What was the last thing you laughed at? That was not this stream. There's streamers that are funny. Sometimes I laugh like at Chocojanks, cause like just the way she says like I don't know. Just sometimes she's just really funny. Not to say that she's not always funny, just like sometimes like really, really funny to me. I don't know how to explain it. Probably something that happened during League because I'm messing with my friends by accident. This guy is laughing at League of Legends. At least they're having fun, you know? As long as you're enjoying something about League. Surely the game itself is not... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Laughs at Choco, not with Choco? Yes. Because she's funny. I also feel like Vacuously is pretty funny. It's like there's a lot of like things that I find funny, but I don't laugh out aloud. Like in my head I will acknowledge like I understand how this could be interpreted as being funny. And like that's good enough for me. I don't need to like audibly laugh out loud. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a joke. I can see how someone could think this is humorous. Vac is really funny? I think so. What is a laugh for me? Like, what it sounds like? I don't know. I can't like mimic it. I would need to like really be laughing. But I feel like I also usually when I'm laughing, it's like mostly silent. It's not like ha 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 ha. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Cause they have the kind of laugh and a ha ha ha. Yeah, ha ha ha. Lamau. Most of the time, if I type a ha ha ha, there is an earth-shattering sound. But what if one day you just made it up? What if you typed it, but you were not actually laughing? What if you typed Lamau, but you were not actually laughing? If you were a One Piece character, what is your laugh? Like, I don't know how One Piece characters laugh. That, like that. Imagine laughing like that. Typing Lamau without actually laughing is a lie. Lamau. A Lamau. Can't remember the last time I've truly had a good guffaw. Right? It's like, I feel like comedy is just... It's hard, you know? It's hard to laugh. We understand how Choco feels. Sometimes she just feels like she's not laughing enough. Yeah, that was the only thing I've noted that I've laughed at. Gura-ra-ra, fee-fee-fee-fee-hee-hee-hee. Not much I can convey with text. Sometimes I force myself to laugh. And That sounds bad. You should not be doing that. Like when something's not funny and then you're like, well, it would be bad if I didn't laugh because they put effort into this. And then you're like, haha, ah, yeah, good one. Oh, streamer, that was a good one. I can always count on streamer to tell a funny joke. Wow. Wow, that was a good one. Haha, haha, haha. That was a good one? Which one? Hee haha. Pretending to laugh so the streamer doesn't feel bad about themselves. I feel like the jokes that I tell, like, I don't find my own jokes funny. But, like, clearly other people do. But if I look at my old jokes from a long time ago, I'm like, some of these are, like, funny. But, like, a lot of the stuff I say nowadays is kind of like, I don't know. What am I drawing? What is this? You should not do that. Made me crack up. That wasn't even supposed to be funny, though. When was the last time you laughed at a streamer's joke that was not funny? You were like making them feel as if they were appreciated. Like right now, Wolfie, right now. Right now. It's happening right now. Every day. Don't worry, streamer. We and all the IRL people you interact with are gaslighting you into thinking it's funny. What? What the heck? Never. Every day. Every day is always like, streamer, you are so funny. Streamer, I'm going to send you large amount of money every month. Alright, what do I draw? What's the next puzzle? I was gonna draw this and I just didn't do it. Is this that love bomb thing people talk about? Do people... Is that a thing that people talk about? Is that a thing? That's exactly how streaming works. Is it though? Is it really? Are you sure about that? Glass of water with a straw? Why would there be a straw though? Okay, what if this was the lollipop? And we had the big swirl. Like this. Wow. Wow, look at that, guys. That's just the G. That's just the letter G. What is this? That's not a swirl at all. Yeah, Kirby, right? That was supposed to be based on the Kirby one. Like this. There. Literally like this. And then we can add some shading on this side, perhaps. No, we don't need the shading. Just like some slight pixels right there. Have you ever felt like something is so unfunny that it made you laugh uncontrollably? Yes. I feel like my favorite kind of humor is the humor that's like not actually funny, if that makes any sense. Jokes that are so obviously not funny that the fact that the streamer has attempted to say them is funny to me. Yeah, anti-humor. Yes. I said that one time to Vec. I was like, in her chat, I was like, I like the fact that a lot of your jokes are just really unfunny, and that's like my favorite type of humor. And understandably, I think she was upset, because like, for someone to say that your humor is not funny is funny. But it's like partially like true for me. Because she isn't funny. I think she's funny because like, I do think she's just legitimately funny. But like, for me, I just, like, some of the jokes are just, I don't know. They're funny because they're not funny. But like, doesn't sound like a thing that would make me upset. I don't know. Conventionally unfunny humor. It's like my jokes, right? My jokes that are obviously not funny, I think are unfunny. Make her be, it wouldn't make her be upset. Oh, she'd probably just playing it up. Like, haha, oh, it's not even actually something. Alright, surely this is solvable. This one. Oh, the misery. Alright, so this needs some more changes. When Vac asks for subs, I've never seen anyone do it like her. It's so funny. What, asking for money? You think that's funny? She's literally starving. She's literally, if you don't gift her 10 subs right now, she's literally going to die. Can't believe, would you really do this to her? Oh, you can just add one more thing here. I mean, I have gotten several people to gift her like subs, and also like bits, because she made the business emote, her emote that you need to pay like $100 for, and like Panis did it for some reason. I think it's kind of messed up that Panis found Vac through me, and yet he has given Vac at least $150. You don't think this is messed up? I think it's messed up. It's hecked up, man. Okay, this is solvable. It's so solvable. Wait, didn't I? Wait, didn't I add like a pixel here? Oh, I didn't copy it to the image. Okay. That owes me royalties. I mean, she did give me money, but it's because I did for a commission. Okay, this is Oh, I already have candy, but okay, this is just lollipop then. Whoops, is my caps lock on? There we go. Okay, so that's there. And then, all right, what else do I add? What if I just add a bunch of this food? I already have a burger. We have ham is already there. We already have pizza. We already have cake. Sandwich. What are some other things? A bomb, cake, tomato, outlane stopper, spicy food, pep brew. Are you making this as a ROM from scratch or in an engine? I'm using GBDK, which is the C library. for Game Boy. That's supposed to be a mint leaf. I thought it was a lemon. Wait, which one? This thing. Oh, it does. It does look like a lemon. True. No mint reference. Here, this one is that one. Wow. If you were an earth mage, would you rather use sand, soil, gravel, or clay? I don't know. I've never thought about this. I don't know. Sand? Maybe sand? I don't know. Is mint leaf a mint castella or mint phantom reference? Mint leaves? Yeah, she sure does. At the end of every stream. Right, guys? Am I right, guys? See, that's like an example of a joke that I don't think is funny. But if like another streamer said that, and then they just kept playing it up, I would find it funny. Right, the fact that it's not funny is what's funny to me. Oh, what if I add like a cup like this? It's pretty lame. That's why it's funny to me. Now, understandably, it would not be funny to other people. Like when I'm like, oh, like the road works ahead, right? That stuff is like, it's not really funny, but like, if someone said it, I'd be like, yeah, I can understand how that could be funny. Welcome, Kets. How is he? How he deving? Exactly. Can you make a carrot? No, I can't. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. I probably can. Let me put that in my notes. Carrot. Uma Musume reference. I saw a Cargo Road IRL recently. Had a good chuckle. I think I did see recently a sign that said road work ahead, and I was like, so true. Did I take a photo? I probably didn't take a photo of it. Can I? Is this was pretty recent. Road work. No, I didn't take a photo of it. I thought about it though. I did consider taking a photo. Oh no, I did take a photo. I did take a photo. Although it has people in it, so maybe I don't want to... Nah, whatever. You know what a road work ahead sign looks like. You've seen them before. Cargo road. Am I right, guys? Cargo help. Cargo build. No, cargo road. Cargo help. Now you have to post the photo online. No, I can't. Sometimes when I hear someone say Uma Musume, I begin thinking Umai Musume. And then just thinking of eating horse meat. What about Musume? I made this joke on my other account, Wolfie.dev. Remember when that existed? I had a joke that was like, when I'm playing, this was like 5 years ago. Not 5 years. How long ago was it? 3 years ago? I was like, when I'm playing Uma Musume and it runs out of memory, call that Musume. And no one understood. Out of memory, get it, guys? Out of memory, Musume. Welcome, Celio. Cargo space. No. Cargo road. That's pretty good, thank you. I never posted it on Twitter though, so someone can steal it if they want. Alright, I was gonna use make this. I understand that joke. I use Linux with 4 gigs of RAM. I used to use Linux with 2 gigs of RAM for like the longest time. Just a really old system. And it worked fine, mostly. So why use this coffee instead of the VSQT? Because I don't know. I don't think you posted that. Wolfie.dev. All the posts are gone for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think Firefish is just broken. It just doesn't have any of my posts. Literally none of them load. No, because that one might not have that post. That was probably one of the earliest ones I've done. Probably not there anymore. Welcome, Rick. We have a lot of first-time chatters today. Why is that? Are you looking through the software and game dev category? And being like, hey, this guy's doing some Game Boy stuff. People love software, do they though? I was the only one? That's crazy. Aren't there usually like a bunch of people doing interesting stuff? Me when I question why my viewers are here. You could be watching anyone else. Not if you don't care about coding. I see. So like some people, yeah, I guess some people do tune in for like asset creation and things that aren't coding. That's true. Reminding myself I need to renew my NSO to finish my Mario Picross stuff. Yeah, I had a good time with Mario Picross. It was good. I don't know anything about words. I'm a paint man. I do paint dots. But what if you looked through the art tag though? If you're interested in like art stuff. Surely there's someone else doing pixel art. He does do actual development. These streams aren't always just art streams. I mean, lately they've been. Because I feel like the development is sometimes a bit boring. I was somewhere else before, but the moment I talked, the person told me to follow. That didn't send me. Yeah, I don't care if people follow. I don't even have like follower alerts on. There's like the thing where like sometimes if you follow someone, there's like a notification on the screen that's like, oh, this person just followed. So like I don't want to see that. And like if I want to follow someone, I have to like wait until they're offline. It's like I don't care. I don't need them to know that I followed. So true. Art tag didn't have much pixel art. Unfortunate. Well, I mean, it is Friday. I guess people are like out doing stuff on Friday, maybe. I don't know. No one uses the pixel art tag. Well, I'm glad I'm at least doing some pixel art. Something that could be considered pixel art. This also kind of looks like green tea, doesn't it? The usual green tea kind of cup. So true, I also wait until they're offline. Exactly. If I can remember them long enough to follow them off stream, they're probably someone I'll keep watching. Yeah, I don't follow too many like new streamers nowadays. I don't know how anyone drawing an A-sprite couldn't be considered pixel art. That is true. I guess, I mean, you could draw non-pixel art in A-sprite. But that would be kind of weird. I tend to follow if they pique my interest. I followed a bunch recently, actually. Welcome Liquid Cake. It's funny, I often follow people when I stop watching them. No, he's going to stop watching me. I can't believe it. Or do you mean like you stop watching them permanently? Or just for the day? I follow too many people that I don't regularly watch. That is also true. If I look at like the streams that I'm following that are live right now, I probably only actively watch like 3 of them. And right now there's like 30 people I'm following that are online. I don't think I ever followed someone when joining. Gotta stay here for a little to see if they're cringe. Yeah, that's me. You're gonna be like, oh, this Wolfie guy? Sorry, I guess you'd be like, this Wolfie guy. This Wolfie guy? Kinda cringe. My most recent follow is kind of funny. Can anyone guess? No. No, I cannot. Can't be. No, I just need to do something else to realize I'd like to watch some more. Watch more some what? Oh, watch more some other time. I see. Was it me? Did you unfollow and refollow? You gotta be a little cringe to be entertaining. That is sometimes true, you're right. Actually, so true. So true. Here, does this look enough like a mug? A cup? No, this part is too, it's too tall. You have to lower this. Looks like a bowl. There, now it looks less like a bowl. Hopefully. What about this? And then if I add the shading, Among Us, sometimes I'll follow people, like maybe if nobody I really watches live, I'll watch them. And then when that happens, I usually just close. That's what I do. If like the usual like 5 streamers I watch are not live, even if there's like 30 people live, I'm probably not watching them. Just because I have too much of a routine. I have the backseating tag. Yes. Backseating is allowed. Yes. You'd be like, streamer, can you put that pixel to the left by 1? That's not how I would have done it. Streamer, you didn't even put the pixel in the right place. Yeah, except during connections. I do have this image. When I play connections on Saturday, that's the only time that I do not allow it. My routine is watching Wolfie at 5 p.m. But only sometimes. Whoa, look, adding this shading already makes it so much better. You could try make the cup part 1 pixel shorter. Is that real advice? This? Yeah, the cup part. 1 pixel shorter. This? No, oh, you're so right. It's actually so true. That's for true. That actually does look better. Wow. Like this. Now you have 1 extra pixel. Yeah, this one, I had this down there. But now it's like this, and surely This is good. My routine is watching Wolf at 11 p.m. Germans are always doing things late at night. Are they though? Are they truly? No, it looked better without this. Okay. So it's like this, and then I guess you could have like something like over here. Maybe like 1 pixel. What are you copying? This is from Kirby. Kirby Superstar Cup of Coffee. I'm not really copying it exactly. It's just like using it as a reference partially. The question is this solvable? If this was a puzzle in Picross, could this be solved? No. The answer is no. When it's 6 p.m. my time, I open Twitch and look for Wolfie stream. Exactly. Okay, surely if I add more pixels here, that's also not solvable. Okay, what if I added... If I had this filled in, it makes this more solvable. But then this side is not. So what if I added a pixel here? That fixes that. Okay, so I could add one. I could add like one of the these things. So it's like here, here, and here, and here. And then that makes this thing solvable. And then the bottom part, what if I did the same with this? That doesn't work. What if I added another? That also doesn't work. What if I added this? Or maybe in here. Nope. What if I made this entire thing filled in? That works. I could make that aesthetically pleasing if I made this thing black and this thing this color. But that also feels like too much, unless I did this. And then what if I move this up by 1? But now it looks like this is too big. No. Maybe this is fine. Could I like remove some from here? But that also looks a bit weird. What if you made the middle? Yeah. It does still look a bit weird. Unless I did this. I think that looks a bit better. That actually looks alright. Okay, that is not solvable though. I think I need... Okay, I need at least one of these on the sides. And maybe I'll have it on this side because we have this thing. You know, you don't need it to be entirely symmetrical. So I think this should be solvable. This kind of looks like Among Us from front view. Among Us, if it was looking directly at you. Among Us. Alright, so this is going to be mug. New tag, mug. Nice. Yeah, it also looked like Diglett. Alright, what does this look like in the game? Now, I could spend time solving this, but I would rather not. Alright, so it looks like that. I do still need to move this A button. There's somewhere that's not blocking the puzzle. That looks pretty good. Alright, next thing to add. I'm just gonna copy stuff from here because this is pretty good pixel art. A hot dog. Loaf of French bread. True, I could add bread. Makizushi. Orange. Order of fries. Sushi. Oh, rice ball. What if I added this and called it jelly donut? Everyone would understand. They'd be like, oh, that's so true. I get that reference. We can inject some comedy into the game. Jelly donut. Has anyone had a jelly donut recently? I don't think I've ever had like a real jelly donut, now that I think about it. It's only... not. I saw you do something unnecessary. What did I do? What have I done? Oh no, I revealed my social security number. See the two dots at the left of background? The two dots. Oh, is this, does this thing make it continuous? Oh, I've always been wondering if there's a way to do that. Oh, you're so right. Thank you. It's actually so useful because that annoyed me every single time. I did not realize this was there. This was there. That's good. Thank you for that. Jelly donuts. Alright, what if it was just this? This could be a 10 by 10. Unless, what if I made it like this? No, no. You're also the first person I saw right click to make a new layer. A new frame. Yeah. I do that. That's a thing that I do. It's because I mostly use Mac, and then like when I stream I use Windows. So I don't really like the hotkey is like not Alt on Mac, I think. Most people use the plus. I didn't even know there was a plus. Is it this thing? How do I get this thing to go away? Is that what this is? Oh shoot. I never even know. I thought that was like to zoom in. I always thought this plus was for like this. Frying pan. True. True. I am learning so much. I'm literally learning various things. All right. This is the jelly donut. Man, what if it was like this? No, I feel like without the shading. You can change the speed of each individual frame. I did know that, actually. That is one of the things that I did in fact know. I used that on... not this one. Where was my vacuous sugar quest sprites? Player.a sprite. I call everything the same thing across projects. It's just player. I wish it would show you like the path instead of just the file name. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. This one. Some of these are different frame rates. Nope. What does it do? Why does it just skip from this? Oh, because this one doesn't loop. Yeah. I did not. It was a recent discovery. Yeah. Like, do you select all of them and then change the frame properties, or do you like go to some other menu up here and then that changes all of them? That's probably something, right? Frame properties. I don't know. Anyway. So here we have Jelly Donut. Is this solvable? Surely this one is solvable. Yeah, you can highlight multiple and change them all. Alright, this one's not solvable, so I have to add various things. Okay, I can add, but then this makes it, hold on. That makes it look less like an onigiri though. If I round these off. No, it still kind of looks like one. What if it was taller? Like here. Then what if I also added on the side? Can't you just make it bigger? I could, but like I would like to have like not all my puzzles be 15 by 15. Like if I can make something 10 by 10, I would prefer to just have more variety in levels. Welcome, NanoDan. Tasty pizza. Hey, I'm making the pizza. It's me making the pizza. What if you make it pointier? That is true. They're not always like rounded like this. I could have it like this. But I feel like this is like too pointy, right? It feels a bit too pointy. But this kind of doesn't feel pointy enough. But what if it was like this? But that also doesn't really look like it. Most onigiri I've seen were triangles. But what about the Pokemon Jelly Donut specifically? These ones, I guess they are kind of pointy at the top. I think it might be the proportions. If I can like lower this, maybe that's fine. If I were to also do this. Actually, that looks a bit better. Actually, yeah, this looks alright. Oops. Nope, that is not solvable. Okay, what if I added this? Okay, I can add some here. It doesn't look as good from a puzzle standpoint. But I could add these. Oh. What if I added like shading on the side? You added outside. Sorry, inside. I think it looks a bit strange. No, maybe it's fine. What if I just made this taller? If I just... No. No, no. No. Man, designing puzzles sure is hard. Like, I was thinking I could just add like shading on one side, but I guess that doesn't make it solvable up here. What if I added the shading on the outside? But now that side's not solvable. Unless I added just one thing, one random pixel over here. But that looks weird. No, that looks weird. What if I just gave it an outline? That's also weird. What if I just had all of these like that? That's probably fine. And then I could make these this color. Or the other way. Whatever, it's probably good enough. There's our jelly donut. Hold on. It kind of looks like a beehive. I guess it's good enough. It's good enough. Do I need these two at the top? I don't. Maybe it looks better without these. All right, that's good enough. You changed your name color? Wasn't it purple before? Okay, so this has to go with the rest of the 10 by 10. This one's gonna go right before the shrimp. Maybe jelly donut. All right, that's the banana. Jelly donut is probably this one. It's not even reflecting the change client side. Can't believe that they would do this. All right, it's good. It's a good one. Alright, I think that's probably all the puzzles I will add today. Unless I can think of something in the next that I can do in like 3 minutes. Which I don't think is possible. So, do I have Mario? I do not. I do not have Mario. I could add like Mario's hat, but not say that it's a Mario. It could just be M hat. Just a hat that has M on it. It's possible. And then everyone will be like, I know whose hat that is. I'm aware of hats that have letters on them. Alright, add puzzles. What puzzles have I added today? Jelly donut. What else was there? Banana. Does anyone else remember? Music? Music and banana peel. Music, mug, lollipop. It's a pretty productive stream. We added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 things. It's pretty good. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go back into here, screenshot it, and then close the lobby. Never to be opened ever again. Until next time. Okay. I will continue to work on this off stream. But for now, it's time to end. Let's find out what day it is. To raid someone. National Pickle Day. Diabetes Day, Children's Day. Seatbelt Day. Spicy Guacamole Day. That's a good one. American Teddy Bear Day. Let's do National Spicy Guacamole Day. National Spicy Guacamole Day raid. And then there's like avocado emoji. Probably, there's probably one, right? Yes, there is one. As you all know, guacamole, it's got avocados. Big Guac Dipper Raid Day? What? Alright, who do I raid? Who's out there streaming that I can send you to? A bunch of people streaming various things. Tens upon tens of people are streaming right now. And I will send you to one of them. But who? But who will it be? Who am I going to send you to? What about this guy? What about the guy with the bunch of L's? L:Q. Software development into software development raid. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. But unlike the usual Saturday streams, it will probably be delayed. It will probably be at the same time as my usual streams that are not on Saturdays. So like if you're used to Saturday streams being at 3 p.m., then it will probably be 2 hours later than that. So look forward to not watching my stream. That's cool, right? Yep. And now I'm gonna sit here for several seconds and wait. Dozens of seconds, perhaps even dozens of seconds. Billions of seconds wasted waiting for the raid to go. Wonder how much time I've wasted overall waiting for raids to go. Do you think it's been like an hour of my life? If you added up all my streams, like the 30 seconds, it's definitely been more than an hour, right? Probably at least 2 hours of my life just waiting for the stream to raid. Anyway, the raid's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.